working over here. I didn't realize this had that many USB-C ports. I literally only got it for the one and the PD.
It's got it all. All right, I think we're live. Chat is up. Camera's up. If facing a bit wrong.
You ever thought about just getting a wireless mouse and keyboard so you can just change your settings like from over at the desk and not have to
Yeah,
come here?
I was talking to George about that. I can use a tablet and an Africa app to actually just do like a Stream Deck deal. But it's all going to be for nothing if my desktop doesn't work.
No, you just need an extra dock to plug your dock into.
Hang on, what I unplugged? At least I'll do this.
I'm playing IT extraordinaire here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm noticing a dead USB port.
Yeah, it's not good.
A very important dead USB port.
Oh, that shows up. Top camera.
We already got 5 people.
Yeah, because we've had it waiting in the lobby for 5 minutes now.
Well, I'm going to share
I
it.
turned my computer on and nothing
We're going to get
worked.
some more people in too.
While you're getting this up, I'm gonna go check in the print one more time before we like actually start. Even though the stream is technically live right now.
Did you not post on the main page?
I just don't post the link because Facebook. That's why I do post it. Facebook's been burying me recently.
Really?
So I posted a link early, or not even a link, just a photo saying what we're doing, like 6 hours ago. And it's not even about likes. As an admin, I can see how many people have physically seen this in their feed. My post has been seen by like 210 people in their feed. You posted, and within an hour of you posting, mine already 5 hours old, you had like 610 people reached.
Really?
Out of nowhere, Facebook's just been burying anything I post. They don't show up anybody's feed. I've been de-promoted. It's been like that for like a month now. They're trying to post anything. Nobody's
Well, I
seen
was
it.
wanting to post to get more people to join too.
Yeah,
I guess I could post
so-
the link straight from the YouTube channel.
Yeah, you can post the link. It should show the stream preview and all that fun stuff with just the link itself.
It hasn't failed yet.
That's good.
You did turn off the fan though for supports, right?
I did.
Okay, so as long as it doesn't tangle, it should be good.
I'm so stressed with the USB port. I will sleep tonight.
How is their warranty for their computers?
I have no idea. For laptop stuff like this, no idea.
Who is it?
Asus. I think I might have a
Oh.
USB port need it fixed. At any rate, welcome back to the stream, everyone. We're a bit late because my laptop's having some USB issues. We got it sorted, so we're back to all the cameras we're supposed to have. I think the mic's working, as far as I'm aware. If you guys think I'm really quiet right now, let me know. Otherwise, it should be working. Brad's here. He drove all the way up from Tennessee, as mentioned in the last stream. And there we go. New G series acquired. We've got our tools basically ready. Steve and I have a modicum of an idea of what we're doing. And now we can do a transmission rebuild, practice using the tool, and then next weekend we'll do this all over again. Maybe I can't stream on more ports at Nate's house. Anyway, we'll do this again next weekend with a 6-speed and show you guys what it takes to do that. But first, just a general rebuild, learn how to use the bearing tool, shim spacer selection, etc. It's going to be very important when we do the 6-speed stuff because we are actually machining the gear shafts to be shorter. It's going to really change where the bearing sits, hopefully for the better.
If we want to get fancy, we can machine it to the point we don't need any shims.
It'd take almost a lot of luck at that point. You have to spec, because then if your bearing is ever over spec, it will never fit back in.
You could, oh yeah. Well, hopefully you never have to replace them.
You can hope for
the differential one, that'd be super easy to measure because you have access to both sides.
Right, but for the other one, you just measure your total case.
Actually, no, you could measure it as long as you have deep enough depth gauge.
Yeah, or you just measure it with the current shims on it. Take your current one with bearing and shim on it, measure the total length.
Well, it's not gonna work for our cases that we have to, modify the shaft shorter.
Yeah, so you'd have to. It would be just the case then. I think it'd be best just to keep the shims. We'll make the shaft the same as the other one, best we can.
Well, if we don't mess up, we might end up with like 30 shims in the case if we cut it too short.
No begging, dogs. Hey, no begging, Maverick, no begging.
I think Maverick knows innately that I like to feed the pets.
I think she's just a bad influence on him.
She has been.
I don't remember giving him anything when I was here, though. Just saying.
I give them stuff. It's not your fault. It's mine. Michelle would say it.
In all fairness, it doesn't really look. You said it doesn't really look that bad.
No, there's some surface rust stuff, but what's not really matters is the inside.
I'm hoping the inside's bad enough to actually rebuild.
Right, we're hoping it's not perfect in there. That's what we were doing. We opened that one and it was fantastic in there.
I know when he was like, look at these gears.
Okay, so I guess we'll repeat some of what we said last time. But we're going to start by taking off all the exterior accessories on the case here. We're going to start taking out things like our speedo gear, all the extra nuts and bolts, the sensors, the side over here that you guys can see on the camera now. That is the neutral sensor, just used for the ECU, not very important. On the front side that you guys can't see is the reverse sensor, all the little clips that hold it in place, the ground wire, stuff like that. Then we can start taking off the end cap, all the case bolts, and really get down inside of it. I think for now, I'll just leave the clutch bearing in there. It's not hurting anything. I don't want to lose it. Although it's a good idea to replace it anyway, since you have no idea how it felt in the car before this. I don't know how much John actually drove this one before parting it.
Wait, which John? There's no multiple at this point.
Glenn.
Oh. Probably not very much because he has like 50 cars.
Right.
He might have drove for like a couple of days after he bought it.
I met him and his dad out in the parking lot to throw this on my trailer. It felt really weird with just this engine on my big 53-foot trailer and nothing else. And then the DOT officer stopped me right as I was almost to his place, like probably 5 miles before his exit. I got a DOT violation.
What for?
My slack adjusters on my trailer. He took 1 hour to inspect my truck and trailer.
Jeez.
Yep.
He was looking for a reason.
Oh, he wanted to. I saw him when I came into the South Carolina state line. I saw him sitting off the shoulder, and something said, he's going to come after me. And sure enough, I wasn't speeding or anything.
This one's a lot more longer than the last one was.
That dash looks nice and clean.
It is. It's been painted.
Mm.
One of John's
the cardinal sins of car modding.
Of car buying, is that what you said?
Modding.
Oh.
Yeah,
John
John does not like painted dashes very much.
Painted interiors in general.
Did
I'm pretty sure the factory one is painted though. If you start scratching a stock dash, I think it's black underneath.
did they actually put a black dash in any of them?
The GTX and the 121 have darker dashes.
Mm.
That's what that one is. It's not black. It's just slightly darker gray. because I couldn't leave anything alone. It's going to be that way, I think, with the whole car. I doubt there's a single part in that thing that I haven't touched or messed with in some small, tiny, unnoticeable way, just to say I did.
The drain plug was out of this, but I can't promise that.
Yeah, stuff's going to get wet. That's how it goes. Most of my wheels.
Wouldn't be a first time.
Or the third or the fourth at this point.
Up to 9.
Yeah, 9 people in chat. Howdy, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I hope the port's like a driver issue. Like a USB host driver thing. Because that's also the charging port. Maybe if I try to charge on it and then stop charging on it. Just let me hope, Steven. Don't say anything else.
I won't say it's impossible.
Oh. Well. Bummer. Guess it's staying in. I don't think we need to pull it out for anything on this rebuild. The diff slips back in without it. We already pulled out the stud on the back side for the shift stabilizer bar. So we can sit down flat on its face.
I'll have to break that whole thing out there.
Nah, I just leave it in. Well, I guess what you need to take it out to refill it. You can just use your speedo cable to pull it out usually.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll wiggle out.
Are you going straight for the case bolts?
I'll get to the D10s before I pull it.
I did bring the ratchet over here too, just for that reason.
Yeah, so a little rusty on the heads, but they look really clean inside.
Nice.
Get rid of the extension.
I honestly forgot the dogs are still in here.
Sounds like she was munching on something over there.
Yep. Echo!
It's just a seat.
Keep finding old acorns on the ground. I was falling out the crossmember V2 when I was taking it apart. Echo! What you got, puppers?
Look, some wood hanging over now.
Delicious.
David W. said, "Time for a PET scan on the case."
Pet scan?
Out of curiosity, the bottom, it had two 10mm bolts, long ones.
Mm-hmm.
Those were required to pull the transmission, right?
No.
Okay.
Those hold the oil pan of the engine.
Like this long?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's oil pan bolts.
Oh, okay.
Don't lose those, though. They are special.
No. I mean, I did quickly just throw everything in a pile right there when I was ripping this thing off.
Does this one have a ball?
Yeah.
I'll tip it over to get it.
If there's a spring, there's a ball.
I don't have my
Just
magnet.
take the case off. It'll
But we
drop
still
in.
got the one right here. You
Yeah,
gotta get
a
off in
couple 12s.
There's also everything behind that cap that he's kind of skipping.
there. Oh, behind here.
Yeah.
That's like the 14. 14 is such a good size, you know? I guess that big one a wobble extension. Oh wow, good stick. Fine.
No.
Okay. probably long enough without needing a wobble anyway. And out.
Oh, you're gonna bust it out, the big boy.
He just doesn't like using it at all.
No manual. No manual tools.
For all the rust and lights and some of the bolt head, this end cap zinc looks fantastic.
Oh, this one still has somewhat of a sticker there.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen G series with the sticker still there. What 5-speed G series? Use a chisel.
Come right out and slice my finger off with the chisel.
Nah, it's
Brian Carroll too
right over.
said,
There's no tip to it.
let's go. Is this the final
There
6-speed
it is.
conversion?
Ha! No. That's not till next weekend. There it goes.
Although it would be, that looks super clean.
It does look really nice. Oh well. Something's gonna need rebuilt at some point. Everybody thinks these transmissions suck. We're about to show that clearly they do just fine. Unless this one's already been rebuilt. Is it normally gray or the factory black?
What? So it's usually gray.
So it's probably already been rebuilt.
No chance. We'll find out.
Well, actually, no. I think the one we just split over there was also black.
Was it? Okay.
Also, it makes sense for him to be clean inside, considering there's no like carbon contaminants.
Right. We'd maybe see some brass and stuff.
Yeah, but all the teeth look great. Like they don't really
This
look-
side, yeah, for sure. So this is reverse, kind of, and fit.
It's the synchronizers for reverse.
Should be tighter than that.
Are you just going like rotating?
Mm-mm.
like top to
Well, I can't see what you're doing. You're like direct
Well,
opposite of me.
left to right.
Left to right, no. Well, maybe. Depending on which gear you're grabbing. One is the free-floating one. The side with the synchro should be a little looser.
Okay, yeah. Input side's fine.
That's just a free-floating gear.
what's that?
Yeah, because we're not in right now.
Is that notch normal?
Yeah, so they have to. That's how you lock the
Oh.
nut in place. Mazda says you're supposed to replace it every time. So we've done it none times. All right, suppose we take the gears off. 32.
34. It's not a 34, but a 34 works.
So it's just an axle nut set.
It's 32.
The fuck one did I use last time then?
32.
No.
Oh yeah.
She's smoking. You gonna use the pan?
I'll switch to this one. You can put the cap in that white tub. I think we're done with the white tub for a minute.
Do what now?
So you can put the cap in the white tub. I think we're down to the white tub for a bit. Please. This one?
One of them. I think that was the right one.
Yeah.
It's slightly too small, but the
Right.
next one up is too big.
That is how it's really looking.
Where's your little magnet?
Lost it. It's probably actually in that tub. It's probably in one of those boxes of gears from 4 other transmissions. Me and Steve have been doing a fantastic job of disassembling transmissions and a very bad job of putting them together.
Grab it with the bottom gear too. That way
Dragon
you don't have
Healer
to select or fall apart.
said, Missed the notification, confused face. Hello everyone, cowboy hat face.
Hi, Ryle. We are rebuilding a G series.
Hold it up.
Yep.
Now lift up on the gear too.
Yep.
You want to take the gear with us so the selector doesn't fall apart.
Also, we could your opportunity to upgrade to the super sweet 5th gear set that I have on store. Gives you a sick ratio, 0.68 reverse.
With the Capri diff, it actually brings you really close to stock 5-speed ratio.
Dragon Healer
Fantastic for
said,
cruising.
the 6-speed.
Not yet. That'll be next weekend. For now, we're just going to practice using the OEM Rotunda Shim selector tool. So when you rebuild the trans, you're supposed to use the OEM Shim tool to measure your tiny, thin shim sizes for the differential, the input shaft, and the output shaft. So we've got the tool. We've got the shims brand new from Mazda. Almost every size they offer, ×2.
Oh wait,
but
we don't have the Ford shims. It's very important.
darn. But Steve and I have never used the right tool before, and the process looks a little odd. So we want to make sure we practice once now before we go do it at Nate's when we have a lot less time with the lathe and with the case and stuff. But then the trans we opened looked perfect. I didn't want to do it. Now we're doing this one. Actually, we should check his Synchro just for funsies. Just tear apart the stack and said we're going to try to keep together.
Reverse is fine, but reverse is always fine. You shouldn't be grinding in reverse. A little bit more wear than the other one.
Yeah, it looks a little stained. Not that it matters, but it looks a little less brassy.
It's not as sharp.
Oh, good. Okay, we got a reason to do this then.
And it's been changed over to gear 4.
Ew. That was easy. Joe.
Yeah, bud.
Hi.
Is it going really good?
Yes and no. The transmission stuff's going great, but I have a sinking feeling that my computer has a dead USB port.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
There's fresh pizza,
That's pretty cool.
courtesy of your best buddy Brad.
Oh, thanks, Brad.
You got to leave some leftovers. for
Don't
Will.
leave a little lasting joy.
Something just fell out the other side.
It's
Yeah.
probably that ball bearing.
It should be. Where'd it go?
You guys are doing
That
a
way.
great
It
job.
went to that side.
That thing is really dirty. You didn't want to like clean it up a little bit first?
A little cold.
I was giving them crap when they started the stream earlier because it was cold outside. I was like, y'all weak. Now
Dragon
I'm
Healer
bring one that's worse.
said,
Did
I heard it
fall
hit.
Hi, boss lady.
I heard it hit the wood.
A lot of
What's
times they fall
up?
inside the transmission.
Yeah, I guess it could still be the case.
Not
Yeah.
asleep yet.
Ron knows the boss is around here.
Oh yeah, is that wrong? Nice things, nice things.
You just need to take the hammer and tap down that shaft a little bit up top.
Tippy tappy.
The silver one
Oh,
closest
it's
to
still
Will.
in the.
Oh yeah.
You should be lifting as he does that.
It's going up.
Was it going up or is the shaft just going down?
It's going up.
I mean both. Maybe.
There it
Cool.
goes.
Nice. So that kid I've been driving home, when I drove him in the Miata, I try to explain like how driving manual works and like why it works the way it does. I don't know how well I did, but I also know that this is really complicated.
Didn't look
So,
terrible, but there are a couple small score marks. You can't feel them, but they're there.
Same there. You can see those.
Yeah, the race got some.
Oh yeah. I'd say that's worthwhile to replace.
Hey, it's worth rebuilding. We know that. Alright, pop him back on then.
Alright, well, I'm going to leave the
Yeah.
pizza in your
Nachi, or
all
Naki.
capable hands and take a slice.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, yeah, for now.
You're in charge of making sure it makes it into the fridge. because this boy will forget.
Gotcha.
You got this.
I got it.
I trust you.
It's crazy. Brad's only been here like a total of 20 hours in his life, and Michelle's already given her trust.
I was here for 3 days.
Yeah,
That's
he was here
72.
for
Oh, I
like
guess,
days.
yeah, it was 3 days.
72 at least.
Honestly, when I was listening to the stream, and all of a sudden somebody was coming over, and I was like, "Oh, it's Brad. Yeah, he's cool. It's totally fine." Like if it was somebody else, I would have been like, "Spare Benjamin's not ready."
Who
I
was
don't know
coming
what the hell
over
you're talking
on a
about.
whim
Yeah.
without you asking? Oh, Brad, okay.
Oh, Brad's cool. That's fine.
What is all
Great.
this?
All right, come
That
on,
is a
dogs.
magnet to catch all the debris and anything
Oh,
bears. So those little lines, those are magnetic lines.
yeah. Look at all the
So you can really squeeze all that stuff out of there.
decent amount of shavings.
Here, we'll go to the overhead real quick.
Naturally, as anything mechanical wears, it will put off
Yeah.
metal. Doesn't mean it's bad.
Is that, I mean, you feel like that's excessive though?
Oh, that's actually not much at all.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Now, there's some that you can't even see the magnet, and that's still fine.
And what you normally
We
see
need
wearing
to
a
get-
lot of would be the brass,
You know,
the
we need to
synchro.
get a parts cleaner table sitting in the corner over there. That's what we should do.
What corner? There's no room in here.
No, my grandfather door. Where his fluid bin is over there.
Oh, yeah.
That would be your parts cleaner side.
You should just grab the big ones, the actual
Yeah.
channel locks.
Let's give the old college a try.
They've worked every time with the channel lock so far.
You got bigger hands than I do. It's the best success we're gonna have all day right there. Oh, okay. So you guys didn't see that on camera because I didn't mention it. There's this tiny roll pin that goes through right here.
It's a blind roll pin, which is super annoying.
Yep. So you can't tap it out. You gotta pull it out. They give you this tiny little neck to pull it by, and it's always very tight. I like to replace this one. The 2 times I've done this so far, I put a new one in it because the pliers do bend it a bit, and I don't want to deal with it. Roll pin kits are cheap as chips on Amazon.
Even locally, they're not expensive.
Yeah, well, locally like Rural King, not at all. Locally like AutoZone.
Now, like, I got some AutoZone, I think.
Is it? I saw it at Rural King. Remember we were trying to find, were you guys with? We were trying to find lunch bins?
Mhm.
Like, everywhere had it for way too much. We went to like a Goodwill and didn't have them or whatever that was. Then we go over to like Rural King or Tractor Supply. It was there like 10 cents.
Mm-hmm. Shocking, you find farm stuff at a farm store.
And affordably.
Isn't it Tractor Supply where you can buy like bolts by the weight rather
Yeah,
than by
yeah,
the
by the
count?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is what he buys those by, depending.
Actually, no, those are by the piece. The bags.
Oh, okay.
But they're still really cheap when you buy them in bulk like that.
All right, pull the roll pin out from here. Or not roll pin, but a dowel pin.
That one just pops right out. Don't prove me wrong.
No, it did.
Okay, but
I got it.
because they always pop right out. It's not even an interference fit.
How many of these have you built?
Rebuild? Well, technically one.
Oh,
But we've had plenty of them apart.
And the one that we rebuilt the once, we didn't do it right.
We also
Did it?
didn't have that tool yet.
Right. We might have paid the price for it. We don't know yet.
Well, I paid the price because now I'm doing a 6-speed.
Well, the price of a failed transmission.
Also, the price might become more monetary if my printer died.
That's true.
Oh yeah, I just straight up took Steve's stickers offline tonight. Just because I've had 3 views last month,
Yeah.
which makes sense because I don't promote it and I haven't put a new sticker out in God knows how long.
What does your domain cost?
More than that. You know, one order every 2 months wasn't cutting it.
All right. I think I'm gonna pull stack now. Right.
You got the shift gate out, the little angular weird looking thing that we had to modify.
Ah, nope. So I gotta push it down.
You need to get the rod out for it, but once the rod's out for
Yeah.
it,
I popped the rod.
then you can just pull the stack out because it'll just drop out.
clean later. All right, so we pulled the side pin out here and the pin that goes all the way through it. Again, this isn't a guide video. I would recommend reading the service manual. It actually highlights these steps pretty well.
Yeah, the service manual is great for this.
Now, yeah, a Dollar Tree tub can hold the stack, surely. Sorry.
I don't think that one was being used yet.
Yeah, one bolt.
One bolt and somebody's pretzel stick and a bearing.
The perfect setup. I haven't found the detent ball yet.
Was it this one? Is it this size?
There's only
Oh, yeah.
There's because that one fell out, and then there's one that went in here when you dropped some other stuff down in there.
Well, fantastic. Then that should be both of them.
Well, the other one was bigger than this.
Some empty ends. That's okay. It's a little dirty in here, but nothing crazy. What a bulky lockout. Sets shift gate. There's your reverse lockout. So that way you can't accidentally shove it into reverse when you're in fifth. Let's get back to reverse. You have to go back to neutral. Then you can go to reverse. On the later cars, they took that entire giant mechanism here with this big spring, this big flat piece of metal, and shortened it down to a single flapper off this bolt. Which I will show you, but my order with that same plate is still stuck in customs.
American customs or overseas?
I think it's inbound. I think it left Osaka on a plane on Thursday.
So it's probably in Illinois then.
Yeah, probably Chicago.
So I mean, we might get it before next weekend then.
I think we will.
That's kind of like the main thing we're waiting on right now.
Yeah, those plates make our lives a lot easier because we don't have to tear apart 2 more transmissions for donor plates. Surprised this is not just leaking right out the vent hole right now.
Oh, is there a puddle up in there?
That might be a little clogged.
It's a little rusty.
Why don't you invite it to leak all over the table? Big enough.
Looking kind of red. I wonder if they didn't fully drain it before they swapped fluids.
Probably not.
Not really supposed to mix fluids.
Bring brown down the bottom. Okay. I think we're ready to pull the gears off.
Say we start with the diff. That way, that's the easiest one to, fix if we mess it up.
Yeah. Do we need something to center the tool on? The puller.
Probably use a flat washer or something, or even a socket.
I think that socket adapter I have might be the right size.
Possibly.
I keep it in here for that exact reason. Go back to the camera for a second.
Not enough angle on.
Go the jaw smaller, flip the other way.
Maybe they're bigger. We could probably get away if we just shorten them lengthwise, because it just maybe.
These grind them at the bottom, make them thinner. This one's not thinner vertically.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it looks pretty close to the same. Alright, I'm gonna grind it.
I wonder if I lean them enough. Kind of tip them in. Oop. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that for all three though.
Right.
If you just manually pry it off.
To the grinder.
Is one side shorter? That's kind of dropping in.
It looks
Only on
pretty
the
close
one
to the
side.
same.
I wonder if they didn't center their molds up. It drops in that side, but definitely not this side.
Alright, yeah, just the short end will do it. Hopefully. I'll take their bolt too. Thank you. Is that one gonna come off without breaking the speedo gear?
That's a good question. We could just use your bearing puller, part that
Right
clamps, and then grab
Might work on both sides actually.
right where.
Next to the Capri manual, left side, black case, red label.
Yep. We can probably grab the bearing puller with that puller, or just use a bearing puller in general.
Right.
It's almost like using the right tool for the job.
Which tool did Ford say to use?
Probably some specialized tool with their own part number. Or just a press with one of these. These were 19s, I think.
Or
I'll use the baby impact. Should be plenty. It'll give me more fine control.
not happening again.
Crazy what the right tool does.
Don't speak too soon.
Well, I wouldn't even say the right tool, the proper tool at least.
A better tool?
I wouldn't even go that far.
A tool that fits?
A tool that slightly has the purpose of this job.
I'm guessing the speedo gear won't slip past it.
I wish they gave you longer studs for this. Because you pretty much have to take it all the way off each time.
It's looking okay. As far as the speedo gear goes.
Oh yeah, that should be fine.
Really didn't give you much to grip with, did it?
Come on, just give me half a thread so I can buzz you on.
And for only a couple $100, you win this G Series rebuild kit. Hooray! With everything a growing G Series needs.
All OEM brand bearings.
Yeah, actual JDM, Koyo, NSKs,
I bought
brand new Synchros.
I got the same kit when we do our G Series or our G6 swaps. It's actually a really nice kit.
Yeah, like I try to source these through my contacts for cheap. Couldn't do it.
Oh, that literally just sits on there. It's not retained at all besides just...
Just off the bearing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Also, that might not be a 17.
Should be.
I don't know. The 17's not happy about it. Bent the cage a little bit, but we're not reusing these. They are kind of worn. You can see the...
Yep. High capacity, too.
I thought the rollers looked longer. Now I need your actual bearing driver tool so I don't wreck these.
It's nice having actual tools. Even if they are Harbor Freight. Old one.
No, that's the new one. They're kind of universal. It doesn't matter what side you put them on.
You can't knock Harbor Freight. Their stuff's
Looks great.
Of course, did you see the yacht that the owner bought the other day?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's insane. One of my buddies sent it to me. He's like, or we have like a group chat. He said, the yacht that Brad single-handedly purchased for the owner of Harbor Freight.
Oh, we know all about group chats. So many group chats.
Too many to keep track of.
I might need a socket because I think it goes a little further than flush.
That 32 is what I got.
That 32 might be fine, actually. Look at that.
Still got a bit of a gap.
Just a little bit.
All right, we're going to some steel pipe.
Yeah.
That scrap bin, whatever I got.
Could probably just use a punch, too. That'll be a little risky, though. Took this camera off, though.
That one.
No. Bigger.
Bigger than that?
Yeah.
Might be a punch.
I like the idea of using a punch, but
Doesn't really look like it's going down.
It looks like it's not pure though.
There it goes. Let's see. Oh, so you gap now.
A little bit more. The hell's ringing?
I don't know.
Now let's see it all the way.
So is it slightly, for those that are watching, is it slightly more than a 32 or less than a 32?
It's more.
More?
Yeah.
So probably 34 socket would have worked.
Yeah, I don't have a bunch of big boy sockets like that.
Isn't that, I mean, isn't a 34 in an axle nut set though?
If you get a whole set, probably.
No.
I had not bought the next set. I just used the
I thought-
big set. I think the 32 was from that set.
I thought you had one bigger than 32. Or maybe I have one bigger than 32.
Here, try this. This should actually be 36.
Destroying instead of cool.
I think that might be too big too. Because this was too big. As you spend 3 hours unscrewing that, I'll look for something else. I mean, I can't just finish it off with a punch. It did work.
V6T intake pipe.
Where?
There's one in that box right there.
This box?
No,
Over here.
your leg.
Right knee.
Almost.
Heat it up, straighten it out.
I mean, if we just heat the bearing up, it'd probably just
Oh
slip
my
right
God.
on.
I still have so much to go.
Just so y'all know, that's how much adjustment those coilovers have.
There is a lot
Yeah.
of adjustment.
It's almost lift kit in the rear if you want it to be. See the end.
For your sake, I hope it's right. Might be just a little bit too big. Might hit the cage. Yeah.
Scrape the paint off.
No, I think it's a little more than that.
Okay. Need the race from a slightly bigger bearing. I'm guessing a set 11, not slightly bigger.
I'll just finish it off with a punch. It's not that big of a deal. That's how I got the first side done. I need the other side bearing.
It's still actually sealed.
No, I don't.
What about a VJ turbo inlet?
Maybe. Problem with aluminum stuff, it's gonna be thick. You need something relatively thin.
Well, that's like right on the money now. No.
Same
Well,
size
the-
that though.
The inlet side.
That
That would have been the best, well, it's best use of a VJ right there.
Actually, maybe. I might guess.
I could die grind the inside real quick.
Why
You're
don't
lazy
you
to take
why don't you
some
just heat this bearing up so it just slides right on?
Okay.
We want warm, but not like, well, we want hot, but not like red hot. Don't cook the bearing.
Look at how thick that.
300 or 400 degrees. Anything more than that, you might soften. 300 or 400 degrees. You know, get a probe on there.
Yeah, I'll just do my best guess, 300, 400. My eye.
Where's your heat gun?
Actually, yeah, I do have one. Here, go see that.
I thought you were like telling me to take it off. I'll overheat it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no. Bad sign.
Oh.
So we go to Nate's, we'll throw all the dips in the freezer. At like 150.
Really, that's it?
That's about right where like your hottest spot would hit 210, but like over there on the other side, 130 at best.
Good Lord. Just heating up the inside what we want. We don't want to necessarily heat up the rollers.
Right.
Now the question is, how are we going to slide this on there? What's your hand?
My hand's fine. Damn it, I need to hit. Wait.
Hit the socket first?
The thing's all dented.
No.
That's seated.
Definitely time to get an axle that's set.
Beautiful.
I did burn my fingers a little bit, by the way.
I figured.
Just a little bit. Enough to peel, but not enough to burn.
He's
Not-
stuck to it. Oh,
Not enough
yes.
to smell barbecued Steven.
But it did make it a little bit easier heating it up.
Oh, we should use the
Samuel
ovens.
said, I want to see you build a Festivitrans with 3D printed gears with cottage cheese as lubricant. I bet you could get 100 miles out of it.
I'd have to use a different lubricant because cottage cheese on melting plastic has to be one of the worst smells to have in your engine bay imaginable. That toaster oven works. That's why I have it in the garage for this reason, actually. Maybe we should do that next time.
By next time, you mean the other 4 bearings we have to replace?
Yeah, the ones that are smaller that we have sockets that fit on.
Oh.
Yeah, those ones.
Oh, well, I guess now we can punch the races out of the cases.
Races and cases.
hypothetically, if all bearings are manufactured the same, the shim shouldn't change. Use a punch, madman. Bearings don't matter, they're getting replaced. Here, use a metal hammer.
You had both, so what was I to do?
Wait till it's done. I feel like that would be the normal response.
Tell it to the camera with a straight face. Tell the camera your normal response is to wait.
I just take my fingers and pull it out.
Yeah.
So I smacked this one just a little bit, but I don't think it should be a problem.
Right here.
Oh, I'm here.
Thank you, Steve. It sounded like a loud engine and then nothing. I wonder if somebody else showed
there's a
up.
part number. Oh wait, never mind. It's literally just a transfer from
Oh,
the bearing.
this?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, toss those ones before I stake them. Leave a. Oh,
Missed it by a mile.
I got a few more chances.
all right. I'll pass that back to you for a second to make sure nothing's here. No one, I mean.
No one should be here.
Well, some people come and go.
Just checking the camera.
Oh, that's good. I'm just going down long view. It didn't go very fast after pulling past.
Did your side have any bushings? Or bushings? Any shims? Hypothetically, it shouldn't.
I don't think so.
Perfect. That means you can just slam your race back in there.
I have a race driver.
I kind of threw the other race, so I'm not sure what size. It looks like about that.
Close enough. But which I mean, it's exactly right. Don't close enough anything in here. Anybody that's still watching.
We're down to 2 people.
A couple of hack jobs. Oh, that's a huge decline out of nowhere. It is also 9:51, I guess.
It's not a Saturday, though. Is your audience
Is there
old?
Is there a Pro Bowl game going on tonight?
Tomorrow night, I think.
I'll try one side up, see if it still fits.
You also
This
try
one's a tick too small, though.
flipping it backwards.
Yeah. It's just so close. I'll try to flip this one backwards first.
We're just going in sideways as hell.
Yeah, last few hits.
Surprised you got it in that far sideways. That's kind of impressive.
Just even scores the inside of the race.
I missed it. do you mean too small? It's perfect.
It's even edge up really hard.
That sounded like it seated. Wipe it out. Wipe it out.
Rygar the Destroyer said, I've been reading the service manual. Page 69 says just send it, bro.
Well, if that's what Mazda said.
Can't go against the good word.
Beautiful.
Been's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now we need our fancy kit. But first I need to take this off because your heater's set at 6,000.
I can't believe the Dollar Tree basket is held up to that pickup. Honestly. Are you making sure those are the right ones?
There's only ones.
I mean, the right holes?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, it has a picture there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do we only need the spacers for the AT, or do we need the spacers for this?
You need these for everything.
Right. The washers, spacers. The thin washers.
Oh,
102.58.
it actually doesn't say.
All right,
I'm assuming they're for all the case bolts, so we're gonna use them.
yeah, I have to consult the good book again. It's a nice little bluing on that. Oh, she's still warm even.
So this kit is specifically for these B-series transmissions?
For all Mazda front-wheel drive transmissions, for all these series, all E, F, and G will use this. All like the G6.
You hear that? It definitely clogged.
Yeah, a lot of get like that. Brad's was so bad, it ended up finally venting all of its unwanted fluid out the speedo cable onto his shoes on our way to madness.
Does it really show that one? That one's
The one with the dowel on it?
the one that just has a regular bolt. Is there? No, there's not like a super long bolt, so that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, must not be that one then.
But it shows. It shows.
Well, this kit is the tracer kit, so check the Capri manual instead.
Needs the race on that, and where this sits on top. It's in the box.
Which, you dog-eared it here.
With the bushing, or with the.
I think it's the next page to the diff, because it's all main shaft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they show top and bottom.
Basically looks like down the sides, though. Skipping.
Pretty much 3 up
Oh,
top,
this
3 on
one.
the bottom. Is it that one?
Skip
And
those
then
two.
these two, one.
Mm.
That looks right.
You got your dowel.
Yeah.
These two, yeah, okay. But it looks like it's skipping 2 after that.
What's the dowel in that?
Different case, I think.
Oh, different case, yeah, because, okay. Yep, there you go. So skip those 3. Go over the one that's on. The next one. And then skip one.
Does it say to put the washers on it? Collar. Look like just collar. Oh no, bolts and wash. Oh, the washers on the top and bottom
Top.
side.
It looks
It
like
should be on the
tops.
top side.
Okay.
It wouldn't make sense to be on the bottom side for just a standard washer.
Okay, we need to...
But I mean, I need to hammer the other race in the. Oh wait, no, wait. Oh. Here, you can have this.
I mean, with a little more preparation, guys, I could have cleaned it up, made it look shiny and nice before we brought it up here.
Yeah, but where's the fun of the ride be then?
I did not see where they went.
Right there. I only dropped one. These are definitely calibrated washers.
And there goes another one.
Wait, did I really drop another one? I didn't even hear that one drop.
Might have dropped a third one over here. Hold on.
1, 2. No, this is good.
That one's dirty anyway, so.
Is that right? I feel like that's. I don't know. It's sitting on that, sitting right in there, so it must be right.
Yeah.
It just looks like it's almost the exact size of the, you know.
Right.
Just gotta trust them. They built it. Although even with that, wait, are we supposed to keep the race on? Because I don't think there's enough room if we keep the race on. I feel like you would have to. This is the wrong page again.
Yeah, bearing race.
Yeah, because that's like already all the way in there.
They barely putting barbecue sauce on this one.
Cheapskates.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Grab the other kit. Or is the other kit the exact same as this one?
The exact same.
I just want to see if, like, you know how this collar had that set screw, if it's just
Right.
set differently. No, about the same height. If anything, the one we've been using is slightly shorter. I can't read backwards. Oh, I can, but it's super annoying.
That's when we just load. Which means this one goes through this kit. I'll take out the set screw to see if we can change it. But I'm afraid to mess it up in case it's like very much calibrated.
Take the one off that one, since that's the one that you're gonna give me.
Bold. I was gonna give you that one.
Okay, well, take the one off this one.
But that's I don't want to take any of them apart.
Well, give me it now. I'll take it apart.
I bet you would.
Damn right I would.
Hang on. I have the distinct feeling I let somebody borrow the Allington set and they did not put it back or left it out. What are the odds that it's American, not metric?
Actually, possible.
It seems the only set I have.
Well, it's definitely the right tool because it's the same number. I just want to like triple check that. It'd be really awkward if we got the wrong tool. I'll try shoving it back in there. This is the one for that kit. Actually, yeah, they're the same height.
Don't you pick up one? What's this? What's this here for?
This is what actually, it's pretty much, this tool is the exact height as these. It's pretty much so you can extend the housing. And then when this is tightened down, you separate these because they rotate away from each other.
Okay.
Until you get the right amount of preload, which you measure using a torque wrench. And then you take feeler gauge and measure that gap. And that gap is what size shims you need. I'm kind of wondering if this is supposed to go through here. Like, not setting that lip. Like, actually go through and then that.
Then what?
So if the race wasn't set in there first, is the race in there?
It's right here. Okay, well, there's literally only one spot it can be, so.
Once it gets slipped.
I don't think it would be. I mean, it's possible that would give us the height difference, but it wouldn't stick out at all.
Yeah, I don't think you could do anything with it then. I don't think you can actually get the shim. I don't think you get your feeler gauge in there anymore.
No.
So. Maybe check the Mazda one. What does Mazda say to do? It's over here. I'll grab it. Maybe forward then compoops. Oh, nailed it. If they're not in range, adjust again. Damn, tell them, Mazda. I guess fitting through there is another option, really.
You can put it. We only had to tighten the bolts to 14 foot-pounds. So we can put it in there, tighten it down, and see what happens. We could also take it all apart real quick and make sure that that bottom bearing's actually fully seated. We'll try to keep the collars in the same place so we don't have to replace them. No light. So yeah, the bearings on this side are fully seated.
It's always fully seated?
Possibly not, actually.
It's more wax.
We'll just flip it over. We'll be able to look into the back to see if it's actually seated.
Oh, I guess those things.
Oh no, there's actually quite a bit to go.
Alright, that's probably it then. Oh wait, ear bro. Oh no.
I'm at a weird angle, so it's kind
It's the driver, it's not the right size. That one's not either, but it'll shove in. Good luck getting it back out.
they're aluminum, so it's not going to hurt the bearing any.
Not wanting to go in for it. It's actually flattened out right there.
Well, it's just the aluminum rubbing against
okay.
it.
It isn't going lower.
No.
We wouldn't really be able to mess the bearing race up. It would just shatter. It wouldn't like bend. We need to take it back out and make sure we didn't scrape some aluminum down in there when you put it in sideways as hell.
You need to get well, you need to get a couple puppy pads. It's like when you got cleaning fluids.
Oh.
Just throw a puppy pad out, so kind of.
I should. No, I think it's seated.
Oh yeah.
It is seated.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a gap there. That's normal though.
Oh.
If you look right there,
Right.
you can see the
Just a tiny film of fluid. Those lips have to be there. If you don't have the lips there, then the seal wouldn't stop.
yeah. I'm not saying to get rid of the lip. I'm saying that I think this might go past it. That's why it's machined down right there.
Right. We weren't straight enough then, or
No, flip back over. We'll put it back together.
we just try to shove it in the hole now.
Try the other one. Oh, wait, did you put that one on backwards on purpose?
What?
That's backwards.
Oh, yeah, it is. Was it on purpose? No.
That's good. Nice amount of
Wait,
lube.
is it backwards though?
No, because the dot needs to be closer to that dot. I thought the same thing for a second. Oh, it's laser with the part number on there.
I can just barely see it. You can kind of see it in this one too.
We're on the same shirt. Barely.
No, I don't think it is. Let's just put it back together and tighten the bolts down and see what happens. Trust the process. There's also a chance this could have just been sitting up because of the speedo gears in there.
Come here. No reason to have two of them out here.
I wanted to try using that one instead of this one.
Oh.
I don't remember where these go. Something like that.
Is that it? Is there one more? No, 5.
There should be one more. There should be 6.
That's it. What the hell? Look at that gap.
Is this technically terrible? Yeah, that extra space is normal. Just tighten it down.
It's just gonna break something. We're resting on it. We're resting on the selector right now.
According to the book, we did everything right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, you weren't joking. They do got some like, straight up math in there. So pretty much the same process in the Mazda book too.
What's the partner with it? The same partner with the book that we have?
Yeah. It definitely says to put the race on the bearing.
It did. I know the Mazda book did said.
Is that the old race?
I think. I mean, it's one of them. I don't know which one it is.
No, it looks way too small.
I think it came out of there. That race for.
We kind of yeeted.
Oh yes, you guys pitched him in the
Yeah.
trash can, right?
I wouldn't say necessarily in the trash can, around the trash can, somewhere. That one actually almost fits in.
Oh, there's our other detent.
Well, grab it while you see it, because I don't see it.
It's one of them. Is that the right one?
Yeah. Grab me a rag. I'm going to clean this gunk out of there so I don't get it in a fresh bearing. I want to see if maybe they're... No, that looks like it's at the same height. Tighten it down slowly. If the bearings aren't fully seated, they'll seat them. Oh, that's a
What about this?
through hole, so it can't be in that spot. It can be in this spot though, or this spot. We'll say this spot. There was 2 holes in the picture. Actually, no, I changed my mind. We're gonna go with the hole right next to the dowel. Everything should be on the same plane.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
I think these are 17s. That's the one that's stuck on the puller. Right here.
definitely not a puller's not gonna.
Oh, there it goes.
16?
It's got to be a 16
Or
or standard.
What my wobble function? No, there it is.
That's more than 14 foot-pounds. Yeah, it was just binding up. Grab me one of the spacers from that kit.
Same size, aren't they?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Didn't Rotunda have training videos for each of their tool sets?
Videos? It would have been mailed to the dealer on a VHS because this kit was 1989. Or whatever's cast into the case. This kit was boxed February of 1987.
This is, I've been looking at the,
It definitely
It's the same.
they probably mismade them in one go. They probably didn't make more after the initial run.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, because this is still the kit being sold to G6. This exact one, up to 89 only.
The bearings don't. I mean, they're already. You can tell they're already binding up. They don't spin as smooth as it.
Yeah, there's still a couple tight bolts.
Yeah, this one's tight.
I mean, there is a way to do this without the tool. It just takes a lot more work. Constantly taking the case back and forth apart, using the
Using the tool.
Yeah, using the spinny tool for the right torque.
Maybe you're supposed to take the black sleeve off of this part. They just didn't tell you to.
That would give us about the right gap that we would need.
Can you tell just from the image whether it's on there or not?
Definitely on here on this one.
I mean, actually, it might not be on there because it still steps up right there. Let's see what it looks like without it. They wouldn't have made it, set with a
Removable?
set screw and removable if it wasn't removable. I wouldn't think, right?
If Ford fucked with it for the Capri, then who knows what they would do. I guess you can still fit the thing in there,
Mm-hmm.
the little stick. Does it say 55/60 mil? Does it take 5 mil off?
That's
Wait,
why.
how tall is that? If that's 55, I'm going to say this is exactly what we're supposed to do.
I thought that meant bearing size, but I guess
Right,
that
that's
would.
what I thought too.
Wait, this is way more than 50. Actually, no, Mike. Make sure you zeroed. Ew, why is that an inch? 69.
Damn it.
But we'll try it without it because, like I said, if it's removable, it had to be for a reason. And that's about the gap difference we needed. It doesn't even sit on the bearing race then. So that can't be it then. Unless. Yeah. No.
We already tried flipping it, and then it doesn't. You can't use it anymore.
No, I meant like on the opposite side,
Oh.
not. Oh, you took the screw all the way out.
It just came out. Yeah.
We're sure there's nothing else in this stack that we didn't
I mean,
like flip around, like the speedo gear's not flipped around in there or anything.
We tried a different diff real quick.
we still could measure it like this. Get it till it gets the right torque, and then take it out and take the collar off. Till you get the. Because once you get the right torque, wherever that gap is your shim. So it's not like you're going to be taking it on and off constantly.
What do you mean?
Like even
Oh,
if,
just put the collar on backwards.
even if it is backwards.
Set it, then measure it.
Well, because you tighten this up until your spinning torque,
Right.
preload gets right, and then you take it apart, and that gap is still your shim, no matter what.
Let's try dropping another diff in it real quick. Are the other diffs still in our cases?
I think mine is for sure.
That'll tell us 100% sure if our bearings are seated.
Well, hold on,
I'm pretty sure they are, but
Let's just get this backwards and see if it drops down the way it should. Because when they flip backwards, we can still get to all the things to put the tool in there. Just twist it. Actually, twist it all the way first.
You looking for the set?
it's not self-centering now, though.
I mean, it wasn't self-centering before.
Right. I mean, with it off.
It still didn't really sit on the bearing then.
Right, that's what I meant.
Does that side sit? And why did Ford have to be silly like this? I guess it's Mazda at that point.
I don't know whose tool this is.
Grab our broke-ass case. Doesn't have a diff in it, but it does
Right.
have both of the stock bearings in it still.
This one right here.
Yeah. Pull it around. Perfect. Should be two bolts holding together. Thank you, the extension, Steven.
Yeah.
That was one more to your right there. You just aimed right at it. That shouldn't be too stuck.
Oh, what the heck?
It may have exploded. A little bit.
Definitely don't want to put good bearings in there.
Yeah. Do we? Where's the diff for this? Oh. Just grab my case. It still has the diff in it and all the gear sets out of it, so it's right there. The one that's on top of the yep.
Just set this back together.
Yeah. And my case still has the original diff in it, so the preload should be right on it, for the diff side at least. Although we'll have to take my preload bearings out and push it shims. And the outside race to do it right. It's a new seal. It don't matter. Yeah, we replaced it when we had it apart.
Well, it's Taiwanese.
It's gonna get new ones with the kit anyways.
Right. Beautiful. Even the case, like insurance, less crusty than that. Those keep impacting in and out. These just camera off.
I only put 2 on mine. Might be able to just lift straight up.
Yep, no, case comes straight off.
It's almost like my case has been sat outside for years.
Beautiful.
I need that half though. I need to knock this race out.
Shiny new.
You like that?
Yeah.
Are you gonna run the aftermarket ECU or stock ECU on yours? Maybe. What's your power goal for V60?
What's my power goal?
Yeah. What are you planning to do to it? You trying to run it stock? You trying to make a bunch?
Oh no! Remember, I bought the bigger turbo.
Yeah. All right. So so if you want, then this is a great way to run an aftermarket ECU in a store. Actually, the whole kit to run this is in the store. Steve and I just tested it.
The ECU and everything.
No,
Just
the
Where's the
sensors
ECU
kit.
come from?
Online. Wherever you end up buying one from.
I was gonna say because it is.
There's like
the current. The one that I bought from John is all like the ECU is all rusted. It's
Yeah,
smithereens.
it's typical.
So I wasn't sure
Please.
where it ended up.
there's like 100 different aftermarket ECUs you can pick from.
Oh, okay.
None of them are like direct bolt-in. You have to make your own harness, but it's not really hard.
Not
With
really
the big
hard.
asterisk. Greatly depends on your skill level to begin with.
But
I can
if you
wire.
follow on with what I'm doing, you can copy what I'm doing for a lot of stuff. Same deal.
Yep.
And mine's definitely right because I ran the car.
What are we missing?
What's Ford forgetting?
It's
to tell
not.
us?
Is it just the location of the spacers? Because I know we've changed them multiple times, like the location of where we're putting the spacer.
That shouldn't matter.
Yeah, it's a whole surface should be flat.
At least I hope to God my surface is flat. Yeah.
I mean, it lined up. It lined up when we just took it apart. Like everything.
Let's
was
hit ring
same.
off again then. That's the only other thing it could be. Just letting itself, because this doesn't center a ton as it sits. So
It's like right here. I set it in the center of the table the other day.
there.
The weird thing is it shows up like really far over it. Like completely covering the bearing for the race. It almost looks like they don't have the race actually in it in the picture.
Right. But you'd have to, because the race is part of the thing that you need the shim for.
Not necessarily.
Unless
This isn't the bearing.
I mean, the fit between the race and the bearing is part of what
No,
you need.
look how the bearing. Look how the race sits below the lip of the bearing, though.
The shim goes on the outside of it, though.
The shim goes on the outside of the race.
Yeah.
So to get it seated, though. Oh, okay. See what you're saying.
That's the wrong shim. But yes, the diff shims go all the way on the outside. So yeah, this would not sit in the right spot then to measure it. Now this isn't sitting on the race anyway. And we're measuring the distance for the shim, because the shim goes on the race.
Huh, check that out. See how that shim slides on the outside edge of that?
Let my brain work here for a second.
Let them cook.
See how that brace the slides on the outside edge of it? Wait. That bearing, is that bearing upside down?
Are we supposed to install a bearing? Yeah, it shows it installed right away. That looks like it would fit right over the diff without the bearing on it.
It might need later for the shafts.
Maybe.
I think it's just not the right tool. Look how short the Mazda one is.
I mean, that looks like the same thing.
Does that look shorter?
No, not really. And this is the tool that both books call for.
It's definitely a different shape. 29 euros. Oh my god, the Mazda one's actually sexier.
It has multiple sizes in it too.
Because the Mazda one, you do all three at the same time.
Yeah. This is shaped differently than the picture. Not bad. Too bad I couldn't have it here like tomorrow.
I don't think you'd have it here by next week. I'm just gonna buy it. Hey, if I buy two at discount, you want one?
No, I think I'm alright on that front.
Oh shit, they shipped to the US. I'm on eBay DE, I'm not even signed in.
Will's just gonna have to start like rebuilding transmissions out here to justify the tool.
Well, maybe not. I can't even do it. I don't think he ships to the US. I'll have to PM him later. We'll see if Christian can obtain it.
Where is it?
Germany.
Germany.
Like 160 euros plus her shipping is going to be.
I can text my buddy and be like, when you going back to Germany? It's actually got a lot of teeth in it.
The Harbor Freight set's pretty nice. We're in the G-type instructions, right? We're on the F-Series page.
5-speed turbo engine. Never came with an F-Series, as far as I know.
Yeah, the F-Series is the pages before this. And it calls T88C.
I don't know where the tool went to actually tighten this.
Yours is nice and smooth.
Mine has a lot of miles of abuse on it.
T87C.
That's your
So
car.
it's 7,000 J1.
No. No, mine is. I think it's sitting on the.
Reverse that. Can you flip that upside down? Or does that just
Upside
make it
down.
thicker?
Upside down isn't the way it came.
Well, the reason I'm asking is I wonder if to get everything seated, if you flip it upside down, does that fit over one of the bearings?
No.
No,
Well, kinda halfway.
definitely not. Because you want to gear this card up. And that just feels like how it's supposed to go.
Okay, well, I think I might be onto something.
Okay.
So I inversed the collar, the inside bit. You know, the two halves.
Oh, sure.
And then I put the collar on the opposite side now, since it has a tang on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's really no need for it to be all the way threaded if you're only going that far anyways.
Right.
And that definitely got it shorter, quite a bit shorter.
I'm liking this.
And it actually sits on there, just
Yes.
on the race.
Yes.
We're missing half the shafts. One more over.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that might be,
Oh my God, that's it.
because that's about what my shim is. Well, no,
Hallelujah.
Well, also, it's not all wobbly. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
so my shim, 35 on the dot. So let's get this
Hang
tightened.
on. I'll be right back. I got a thing on the printer.
Oh, is it actually done? Other printer. Other printer?
Laser printer.
Oh. Oh, like regular, basic office printer.
It's funny that we're so used to being a 3D printer.
So I don't know where all those bolts went, but we need to put them back in now. They have to be over there somewhere.
I wonder if they're underneath.
That's
Rygar the
impossible.
Destroyer said, "Big hype clapping hands."
I'm going to lift up the edge of it. See if they're underneath there. They are not.
Dang it, Will. Where do you put those?
Probably here. No, they're still in here. They're still in my case.
Oh.
Well, yours we already got the shim for, right?
Yeah, so we can kind of use
My
that.
printer may need some help.
Well,
It was?
it likes to please. 35 mil, 0.35.
There you go.
So if we do this and it reads out as a 0.35,
Big hype. Hell yeah, dude. Steven's the smartest fucking dude I know.
it's ADHD. That's the only reason I'm so smart.
Whatever the reason, brother. I'm just as ADHD, and I'm not nearly as smart as Steven is. I think Steven and I both have our strengths. We make a really, really good team.
I feel dumb as shit most of the time, but when we're together, we make shit happen.
Every time. It's a beautiful thing. Kind of 17. I asked the void.
I don't see it.
It's underneath the edge of that, right next to the wheel.
Under Mazda.
Yeah, underneath the pack right here.
Shim.
Yeah.
Dude, Brad's coming to clutch too. Gotta say.
Put it on bolt mode. That should be about. I think
On one.
Oh yeah, nice and easy.
Shit. Alright, now need the sticks.
Can we get the both of them?
Sticks, please. Maybe. They have the curved tips. There's none in the middle, huh?
No. It's pretty high up there.
Thanks, Mazda.
I mean, there's a very good chance that's not how it goes. It just happens to work.
No, it's gotta be it. There's no other way.
Where's Maverick when you need him?
Okay. Beam wrench in the doodle dad, please.
4.3 to 6.6 inch pounds.
So, wait, 4 point something you said? 6 point something? So we're shooting for 5?
Shoot for 5.
Okay.
You might need an extension.
Hilarious. Actually hilarious.
The kit doesn't come with an extension, of course. You know, the more we use this, the less I think it's actually built for this transmission.
I'm buying the Mazda kit.
Well, I thought you were. Oh, yeah, you got to contact him first. I mean, if it's a diff pin. But does it? There it goes.
I'm trying to not influence it.
I think this thing will clean up nice.
Oh, yeah. I think you need to go a little tighter.
I know it's tool's not very precise, but oh yeah, we're at 4.
So just a tick tighter.
You kind of have to like jam your finger in it up here, or not there, 'cause that's the part that starts in, right?
I don't know.
No, yeah, you can get right there. I'm sorry, that's fine.
Out of curiosity, is the channel rated family friendly?
No, I have for kids turned off.
Good, because I was going to say that's what she said.
I think you might have went a bit much.
You got to know anybody who's listening is going to say that.
We're like just touching 5
It's good enough for me.
that direction, just touching like 3.5 that direction, so somewhere around 4. Okay, then once you measure it 17 times, and do it again, measure it 17 times every 90 degrees, do whatever math it says, or we can just measure it and see what it says. I think I know which one Steven wants to do.
No, that's just for the main input shaft, not the diff.
Oh,
The diff
just
tells
once?
you just straight measure it.
Okay.
Pop the feeler gauge and that shit and go with it. It wants you to measure in 4 different spots in the selector tool, though.
Yeah, every 90 degrees.
Yeah, but it doesn't tell you to.
Not very much.
I think I just turned it.
You did. Not by much.
That's also not my original bearing race, I don't think. No, this is my
Nope.
original bearing race.
That's one of the new bearing races.
Yeah, this is one of the new ones, so the setting would be a little different. We should redo it with my actual bearing race, the one that's meant for this shim. I mean, if we want to actually see if we're doing this right, we kind of need to do it that way.
Okay.
I don't see a rag anywhere. Whatever. My bearings are getting replaced. I don't care. Actually, maybe. Depends if we can figure this out.
.25.
Tenth of a millimeter difference for using a brand new race versus an old race. It's not terrible.
Let's do it again. Yeah, it's weird there's extra holes.
I mean, we could reverse it. We could put this down here. It should be about the same distance. But I think the holes you'd still have the same holes in the same location.
Problem.
Although maybe this grips on it so you don't have to grab the top. It might grip in the channel. Right there's a case. See if it grips in the channel. No. Okay. I just picked that side because it's bigger hole. Although if I pick the bottom side,
It was on this side though, so you had to put it back on this side. Oh wait,
I had to reverse it. Yeah. Yeah, the overall length isn't going to change just because the centerpiece is...
right. So yeah, so back on the other one then.
Yeah, because it shows you measuring it with it still in the case.
Yep.
Not that way?
Other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That knurling might not be for your fingers. It might just be to keep that tight. Because remember how this is kind of offset sideways? Now it's actually centered.
Mm.
I can tighten it more.
It was already slightly off center. Probably why I measure it 90. Like, it doesn't matter much to the collar, right? Because we're not actually sitting on the collar, we're sitting on the middle inside of it.
Oh. Whoops. Sorry, Michelle. I paused her. YouTube. I thought I had YouTube playing on my phone for a second. I didn't see where it actually was.
I do it all the time. Okay. Do it all again. Till we get it right.
Or until we read somewhat close to what my stock shim was. Just move that one bottom one over one. I mean, it has to be right this way, or somewhat right, because it's actually somewhat working.
Yeah, we got damn close. Better what we were doing. This is not measuring these.
One in this kit a little better. A little less puckered at the end. We'll go with that one. It might make it a little easier to get a more accurate reading. Oh, this thing... I see why you're struggling to see. 4. 4 is nothing. I wouldn't say 4 is nothing. 4 is actually kind of substantial.
As far as like actual force, or me reading it?
Like force.
Yeah. But reading it, a pain in the ass.
I'm saying you should be able to like really cinch that down. So the diff should actually be kind of hard to move.
Just hard to cinch down. I can't finger it. You know? Let's try to grab that again. That's the size of the gap now. Is that hitting where it's supposed to? I think something's not right. There. It has to be not quite centered to work because the edges are kind of beveled where the race sits. Now it's not straight spinning. Going that way, 8. Going that way, 7, 8. So it's too tight, so we loosen it off. You're a liar. You need to get tight. 30 threads.
That's probably going to be even higher now.
About the same, actually. These 2 are still tight. Okay. Oh, now sticks, right?
Is the top turning too?
Yep. I can make it even tighter, but not looser. apparently. Oh, way too much.
Too loose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right
I
there.
can start, maybe not quite yet, but I can start to like every little bit I move it, how much can make a difference. But it's scary because now that means like we're looking at 0.05 of each shim is actually making a substantial difference. Yeah, try that.
I'm gonna die. Yeah, looks about right. Got a little high there near the edge, but through the stroke that you were doing, it looks about right on.
All right, change my mind. Next person asks me to do this, labor is going to be $400,000.
Unless you buy that Mazda G.
What if it's actually like 10,000 times? That'd be sick.
I mean, that Mazda G has to be better since you're doing all of them at the same time.
Right?
Ooh, that's a lot bigger than my. Not, I mean, it about doubles my stock shim, but then again, I had some weird noise. So, there's a chance that we didn't do this at all correctly last time.
We didn't check it at all last time. We didn't check. Like, it was just whatever it was.
Remember, it was 35. This is old one, so it's bigger than that.
Oh, it's probably gonna be like a 60 right now. It's at least double the thickness.
Well, they go up to 1. 1.15, actually.
Well, what we could do to verify is we could put the right size shim in my case, slam it back together, and
Is
see
it
if we're
tool?
still getting the 4.
Yeah.
Be careful because it does move very easily. Oh, one size up from that, I bet.
9.
I'm gonna say that's probably it.
Okay.
Do you have a 9?
Maybe. I only got, for this side, it's only whatever Mazda could find me.
There's also a good chance
We can stack.
if you have a 0.6, we could stack that with
Right,
mine,
well,
or
we can
2 more
stack.
0.3s.
If Mazda says do not stack more than 2, and Ford says, go and stick 3 in there. I think this sits on the race part weird. It didn't like that part of it. So I think so far I thought was funky. All right, what's our 9 part number? 409. I got a 1.
That 9 was maybe a cunt hair loose. A 1 might work.
Seven.
With your 0.7 and my 0.35, it'd be 0.95. Unless you want to try to shoot for the 0.9 exact.
Where's my big shims?
In the book. Oh, never mind. I thought there was one in the books.
There's 2 here.
Is that 423? That's a 0.55.
Oh, there you go. 0.55, 0.35, that's 0.9.
Okay. Just save the bag best you can.
No, I'm gonna need that. They sealed that really well. God, I hope this just works.
Me too. I have not a ton of faith. But
You know, honestly, I think that's about how it was because most of them had 2 shims come out of it. We could have lost one of my shims. So I need my back half.
yeah, so you can tap this stuff in. After this, we're going to have to call it for tonight and start again tomorrow with our newfound knowledge, and maybe do some laptop USB port diagnostics. Because that's going to it's physically going to keep me up at night until I figure out something.
Oh,
Even if it's just to figure out that it's broken.
I don't think it's. I doubt it's broken.
I hope it's not broken. So yeah, okay, take those back out for a second. And put the tool in there. You see what I mean? Not really sitting in a good spot.
Wait, do we just have it backwards somehow? Is that part supposed to sit on there?
Doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't.
But going the other way also didn't make much sense.
It also shows in the book to put this towards the bearings. Because none of this sits on the...
Race, right?
Yeah.
But like, you see, I think it was falling in the middle part. That cannot be right. It has to sit where the bearing sits.
The only part that fits the bearing is that half.
What the fuck?
Race. The race is leaning over here. I don't know where the race is. Oh. There's
Little tool.
I'll just finish taking this one back apart. So far away. No, even that side doesn't.
Right. I think that's what I was looking at earlier. Like, there's no way this could be right because it's not hitting the right spot.
It sits on the flats for the
Small ones? Okay, makes sense. So there's got to be a different order it goes on that we're still not getting quite right.
Or this tool is
And
just.
the way that, like you saw earlier, the way the race fits onto that collar, maybe it does have to go on the top. Maybe the race actually goes in, and the black part sits into the race.
I mean, maybe that's what that bevel is for.
Can I see the one of them? Either one?
Because that might sit on top
On
of the
this?
bearing.
Yeah, on the bearing, and then that part sits on the race.
But that either way would be pushing on the cage, which isn't good.
It doesn't sit in the cage?
No.
Does the other side fit in the cage?
No, not really.
Something's not right.
This might just not be the right kit, even though the book calls for it.
The book calls for this exact number.
Both books call for this exact number.
That has to be intentional.
Like, it has to be, right? Because if it's like that, that means you can still reach the pegs, but nothing fits on the bearing right. There's nothing else in this kit that would make it make sense. Like, even on the pictures, it shows that fat side towards the diff. Oh, wait. Never mind.
Yeah, is your different than mine?
Slightly different. It looks like the deep side of the transmission is the side that this sits in. But that wouldn't make sense.
Well, it looks like this sits down. This looks like it sits down over top of a bearing. I mean, I know that it doesn't fit, but for some reason it looks like it sits over the bearing.
Yeah, the picture looks like that.
Because it's deep down inside that.
I don't think that picture is this trans.
Oh, it's definitely not. That might be like the automatic.
Look for the shop manual for the complete procedure. Yeah.
Flip to the F series page. See if it looks like if they use the same pictures.
They also show the diff being held together with bolts. It shows the bearing race going right in the motherfucker.
Give me one of the small bearing races. Maybe the small ones might fit in here. Because this definitely won't.
You want the small ones?
This is a small one.
Is that a small one? No. Tracer didn't use an E series. The F series used the same bearings as far as I know.
As a matter of fact, yes, you show the report number.
Does it?
T88C77000JF versus this one, the T87C77000.
The full kit's T88.
Right. This is the same to use the JF select or the 78 T88C JF selector, which is not what we have.
Oh,
So-
JT.
And ours is T87C, not T88, not T88C. It's probably the same as for Tracer. It definitely felt like we were so close earlier.
I mean, it's possible that's how it goes, but the cast fit, so it wouldn't make sense.
Right. There's way too much room for error.
And the beveled part of the collar doesn't sit up in there.
I'm still almost like that just sits in there and that sits against it, or like that and that sits against the diff.
But what if you're? What
It
if you're
seems
not?
silly that way?
What if you're not using that part at all? What if you're using take the bearing out of there, the race and everything out of there. Take it out. Does this beveled edge sit right in there?
Well, not even the beveled edge; just the flat edge sits perfectly in there.
I mean, it does, but
The beveled edge doesn't really do anything different.
Okay. I'm just wondering if you're supposed to measure it with this all the way out, like you guys had it fully extended before, and you don't use this bearing. Like, is this essentially the race in the bearing, wherever it's positioned? Is this the thickness of the race in the bearing, where you're using this without setting that bearing and race into that collar?
That's the problem. Your shims change because your bearing change. Because not each bearing is identical. That's why you have to do this every time. Because your new bearings are not identical to your old bearings.
Even though they're manufactured, see, like that fits the inside race of that perfectly,
It is.
and that looks like it would slide right over the diff.
Yeah, I think it would.
Does it not even need this for?
I'll show it. So who knows?
I mean, they're notoriously shitty for their pictures. We can yank the bearing off mine real quick. I don't want to completely wreck brand new bearings on his.
Right.
And mine needs to be replaced anyways. Oh, we could probably eyeball that or measure it, actually. No. This side, maybe. Because this
Let's get threads then. If you set it on there,
oh.
you poke those threads, that would be right.
This is annoying. According to the book, it's correct.
We could see how the Fusion says to do it.
Yeah, that one might actually have updated pictures. Probably tells you to use that Mazda kit number.
It's going to say refer to shop manual for complete procedure.
I mean, we could always shove that 0.9 millimeter shims in there and see if it actually reads the same.
Yeah.
Even though it shouldn't.
What's this plug up here for? What's this plug on here?
Oh, just non-existent for us. Just plugs a hole.
Same instructions.
Like identical.
This just uses a different part number. It was T88C 7000C.
That's weird. They do show the diff gear ring being bolted on. Like it shows the ring gear explicitly being bolted on.
Yeah. With tightening torque and everything.
Are they bolt on for overseas or something? That'd be weird.
There's another kit I keep not buying. Because everything I saw mainly goes for big. Oh. For big G. Kind of makes sense.
Shim just dropped out of here.
Mm.
There was a shim here.
Hey, Stephen.
Hmm.
I might have another thing we needed. For a different part. Well, so you see, this is for the big G, I think, or something like this is what Pro. I think this is what FLH was, front wheel drive heavy, wheel drive medium heavy, something like that. But look at these three motherfuckers.
Yeah. Dude, $30 is a killer deal.
It is.
Can they do like overnight?
I wish. However, I just saw this big kit, this massive kit. Look at that big guy. I bet that's the bearing cup installer. and I think I actually have this kit. We can see that it's up the bearings on the other side of V2. Or if my automatic service kit has a trim selection already in it.
Just bring all the specialty tools out.
Huh?
I said just bring all the specialty tools out.
Well, it's going to be complicated.
No. That was mostly a joke, but I guess we can actually do it. I forgot how many you actually have.
Side, back side.
Now it's going to tear down all your plastics. That's a bigger gas tank than normal, isn't it? That's not. I can make that look.
I'm feeling very prepared for this job. I'm feeling completely unprepared. I do not want to re-cancel Nate, though. For the umpteenth time.
Is that where you're supposed to be tomorrow?
Next weekend.
That's why I asked if they can overnight that kit. If you contact them, they might.
Not made of money. That's the rear seal installer.
That's all engine stuff anyways. Oh, and knuckles too, I guess.
Differential seal replacer. Dust seal replacer. Obviously, it's too big for me right now. Germany, so you need to have. I'm thinking like one of these maybe. Dust boot replacer. This is small nose. Crank or cam. 1 or 2. How is that? A7C. Seal replacer for the. Oh, it's driving the seals for the knuckles to make it damn straight. Bearing cone replacer. Application and transmission.
Well, at least help us drive them in.
Nice. But it could sit on this. It becomes helpful anyway.
Considering it's already too long as is the proper orientation.
Okay. Well, how much there that's helpful? Well, that is helpful. Now that I know. I'm going to say, I wonder if this is a tool for this. Sure as shit. There it is.
So trying
Wait, do I have 2 of these? Oh, this one's called Rusty.
So trying to figure out what the hell this thing is.
2500.
Right there.
Which one is that?
Master cylinder gauge. Is that how you properly set your rod length or something?
Yeah, it is.
Is that this one? T88.
Yes. Okay. So is that one Rusty? Because I found another one that's better.
Possibly.
Some of these Frank was found in a barn.
Oh, wow, that's cleaner.
Okay.
No, it's different. I know it's the same.
Yeah, same kit.
It's just cleaner.
Yeah, look like that's orange in that kit. So yeah, this was we needed this earlier to drive our races in.
Yeah.
Apparently there's actually a tool for that.
Yeah. I knew there was.
I think this kit though, this was the problem with this one. Somebody tried to take apart a knuckle that did not come apart. So
Yeah.
that one traded off. AC gears too, handy. This is all AT stuff except for the front crank seal replacer, which I think. I changed the rear crank one. Oh, that's the one that I have out. Ah, damn! Someone had one small nose, one large nose. Tone ring installer. This must be for the whatever car. Aspire.
Not necessarily. The tone ring that Aspire used, the late Shim, was just the crank side one. That's probably a tone ring for inside the transmission. Oh no.
No, it's on a brake rotor.
Oh, ABS.
Yeah.
I was right. Even the Aspire were vacuum AB or vacuum.
Breakout
controlled.
box adapter for probe and tracer. Okay. There's all these kits out over there for a probe that I'm gonna not use. I wonder if it's the right one. The rain got one. Feels pretty light. I don't know what it is, but I remember thinking I don't need this. Anything useful?
That's a
Must be for auto.
something. Yeah.
Bearing cup replacement differential. Is that the same thing as in that one?
Probably. I was just seeing if it had that tool in here. Oh, that's the
I had it the whole time. Is that actually it?
it's the one to the left. Might as well split them. It's not going to hurt it. It is.
We were trying to fucking make one of these earlier. Here, I got one.
I wonder if it has the tool in here to. It's actually a book.
Oh, I bought one of these. That should have for all the kits.
Oh, there we go. Oh no, it just shows you using a torque wrench or something. I want to see if it had like a locking bar. Which means that this weird ass one is probably for the automatic.
1988 and a half.
Oh, the stator housing. That's what that's.
Yeah. This is happening to include that kit. Yeah. Okay. For the love of God, please show us something different happening. Turbo. Remove top sleeve.
That's 88C.
Wait. Is this for the FT? This is for the probe. This is probably F2T.
Which
This
would be an
is-
H series.
Right. I'm guessing this is all H series. That's why I didn't buy the other one.
Right. Oh wait, use the screws from that kit. And the automatic just is a wild one. I think that's just the oil pump or something.
This is fun.
Oh, send me that link and I'll buy it. Should only be
I'll buy it.
should only be like $80 to overnight it. And we don't necessarily need it this weekend, but we need it before next weekend. I think that's literally just a snout cover.
Or are these the things that keep your diff pin in place?
Oh yeah, it did mention having those.
Transaxle plug. Those fit G's?
There's a G diff right there.
G right here. Dude, that's
the-
actually exactly what they are.
That's the same thing that
We're over here 3D printing these things like, oh, somebody should have invented this a long time ago. It's like Ford did.
Yeah, they did,
An
but,
88
like,
and a half.
it's part of the entire kit, though. It's not something that they just make a bunch of. And
Yeah. What does that go to? Who's laying on these? I guess it just sits there. Whatever. Okay, well,
Still no further with the.
You didn't learn much, sadly, today.
I think we're just gonna need the other kit.
You want for the H series?
That's not the H series, is it?
That kit was what I was just talking about.
Oh,
CH1, CH2.
He's talking about the 3-piece one that you were talking about.
The Mazda one.
German.
That's why I'm wondering if that one's equivalent to the Mazda 3-piece kit.
It looks like it.
But our part numbers match that service diagram. Doesn't make any sense.
It also shows our diffs having bolts in it.
Yeah, see, this is the other part of that kit. FH, FLMH, that's the other side of that one. Which is why I'm like, oh, it's probe shit. Who cares? Is it actually H series or is that a lot? Y? The media wants us to believe. Alright, what the heck is this? Shim selection gauge. Are you shitting me? Doesn't throw this away and have one? Oh. That's because this is. That's why I didn't know this. This is actual. Warner, AXODE, shim selector for escort / tracer automatic.
It looks the same.
It's a Japanese paper still.
Literally.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it for anything.
I mean, it acts the same and it looks like the actual right size.
Yeah, set that
Well,
over
let's
the.
see if it fits the bearings.
Yeah, I was gonna say set that over the bearing of the race.
Green sticks. Some lube, maybe, first.
PD
Blaster in
blaster.
there.
I mean, that side sits in the flats. This side doesn't quite.
Rear view mirror mover.
Seriously?
This bearing puller might handle other stuff though. These will throw. No, I don't think it'll throw pipe bearings. Nice if it did.
There's the other stick. The sticks fit. Could probably use a little lube.
P blasters right there.
Oh god, that made it so much easier.
I was looking at that hole.
This direction, pretty damn good. This direction, it still kind of sits down there in that valley.
Does it have a spot to bolt on the thing?
Hold on, what? I don't think it's meant to use that cup.
Yeah. I think it's pretty different.
Height's definitely shorter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a bearing race. We'll grab it too. There's race right below it too. It's about that height difference though. There's a small
Like
size.
that one hit the cage all over. Okay, does the FLMH kit have something else going on or missing? Damn, again. Okay, this case that we just opened, this guy's missing a piece from that one. He wants $400 for it.
So in theory, with this thing, what should this transmission be able to hold as far as power goes? The stock.
That's hard telling. It
If
depends.
you treat it well, like 250, if you do a bunch of hard launches,
It really depends
Not
a lot on driving style. Like just raw even power like highway pulls, they can hold up to quite a bit. But if you're dumping the clutch and stuff, you're gonna break a diff pin.
Yeah. Okay.
It holds up to more than enough power to make it festive, but very scary.
What's that brake booster from?
Miata. Pretty common upgrade. Well, I wouldn't even say upgrade, I'd say swap. I personally don't like the feel of them.
Like, what about it? Don't you like?
It's just a pedal feel. You have to like feel one to know what I'm talking about. This doesn't feel the same.
Steven, what do you think those millimeter measurements mean?
What millimeter measurements?
On that bearing selector tool, where it says the millimeters on it. That one's in 65, 55.
Probably the bearing size.
Okay, this one has a 58/72, 72/60, and a 62 non-adjustable.
I mean, we need one that's bigger. So I'm assuming that might be it. What's the price on that one?
Economy shipping 58. These ones are all over the place. I'm just trying to find A, one that's not been used, and B, one that ships fast. That looks brand new. That looks brand new. Is that talc powder or weird corrosion?
Even after corrosion, you got like 6 sets of bolts here.
Yeah.
That also doesn't come with the spacers. Unless that kit's supposed to be used in conjunction with this kit. Rotunda did do a bunch of that shit where you had to buy multiple kits to get everything.
Item F. Preload torque adapter. Part T88C7000S. On all probe transaxles. So they're saying to use the probe one on the Fusion. See this?
Mm-hmm. They were saying to use that one. I mean,
But they're also saying to use the fucking tracer one.
Well, that might be because you need the spacers. The probe one doesn't come with the spacers. That's what I'm saying.
And then right here, we have 301-161, 308-164. If I go back to where they actually say to use the things, there's the diff one. No, it's not the diff one. Sorry. (308-161).
Mm-hmm.
That's all it says.
Okay, well, kit
I
does
think
that
that's the probe
correlate with?
kit.
So I think we need a probe kit then. Yeah.
That's the 6 speed's different than the old 5-speed, right? That's because of the length of the shafts.
No, only for the intermediate shaft.
Because isn't the carrier visually bigger since it's a 28 spline carrier?
No, the carrier is identical. The only difference in a carrier is the spiders and the
The Fusion, the Big G, they're the same carrier.
That's what we put the big G carriers in ours, and they fit just fine. The only thing that didn't fit was the secondary shaft and the ring gear. That's just a width issue. That's not like a carrier issue.
Okay, that does not make any sense.
Considering none of the Ford or Mazda books tell you need anything else but that one kit.
The Mazda kit has those 3 numbers, which I wish would correlate to these numbers.
I think with that we'll get it.
Okay. Let's see if I can find one that's fast and free. I'm gonna add on to the cart. It's like it's brand new.
Pie share your screen, show your research. Or don't.
The 4 people watching.
You got 6.
If you want just the one piece of the kit, $41. These people.
What's that 45 one?
Hang on. This is JF. What's that for? Does anyone really not say JF on it?
That comes with the spacers.
Right?
I think that's the exact same kit.
The picture is different.
Picture is different, but all the internals look the same.
Festiva.
So that'd be E series then.
That's the same number though. J1. T87C J1. The same part number with the spacer?
Is the diff bearing smaller in an E series?
It's the same part number though. B
21, 32, 28 for the spacers.
21, 32, 28?
Yeah.
Yeah, same spacers. And then the selection gauge is T87C 7000 J1.
Yeah.
So same kit. JF. That means Festiva.
Well,
and F.
the way I see it is we're putting all the stuff in the. Well, I guess it's technically going in the 5-speed cases.
JT probably means T for tracer. That's the same shit we have, so don't want that. DHBA. Okay, we have that kit. There's C. JT.
I think that's the one you have in the cart.
I believe it is. JT for tracer.
What's that one?
W43. It's a probe one again.
So this ground, where's the day coming from though?
Georgia.
I mean, like,
Wednesday to Monday.
I
Oh
guess
wait, I'm not signed in.
Oh,
Because my laptop signed me out of everything.
I think that should be like a day or two, depending on when they ship it. If they ship it Monday, you should get
Where's my
Wednesday.
fast and free? I just did this, eBay.
How's it gonna make it text you?
No, I think it was actually confirmed these are my emails.
Wow.
Between Tuesday and Friday.
It's kind of cutting it close. What's the one in your cart say then?
Same thing. Oh, actually later. Fast sold by fast and free shipping. I literally can't pick arrives into local pickup in 25 miles.
No, probably one of those way overpriced ones.
So wait, so where are these then? Are these in Lexington?
How many miles does it say it is?
We could buy another one of these stupid things. Located in Alsip, Illinois.
Yeah, I think we've seen a
Wait.
3-piece kit.
I have to pay $5 to do local pickup or free shipping.
You have to pay to make it more inconvenient for yourself.
It probably means you'll get it sooner, though.
eBay, do you know what 25 miles means? Max of 50. No matches found. Okay. Yeah, none of them are arrives in 2 or 4 days. Unless we want to drive to Georgia.
Wouldn't be a first time.
So true, so true. Alright, let's just try Dash C so we can see those kits and see which one's closest.
At least they're cheap.
Here's the big kit. Here's the big kit. Ford Mazda 5-speed service kit. What is this?
Something completely different.
I don't even see a shim selection tool in this box. It's the tool for the end cap nut.
That's like a completely different part number. Is that like a rear wheel drive? Like the Ranger or something?
FLT, that light truck.
Possibly. Yeah,
Rear serial replacer.
I'm gonna say it's probably not us.
Yeah. Festiva. That's what we have. Tracer. Tracer.
Yeah, see how far that is away.
No, I'm gonna see Mazda real quick. Orange in Georgia. I'm saying 4 times because I'm an idiot. Wyoming. That's when it's not gonna be good time for sure.
Especially not because they're getting snow right now.
Yeah, if I'd known, would I had you pick one up on your way over? It's gonna be New York. It looks like ass. It was in South Carolina. Looks pretty fresh. You probably got one right there then.
Yeah, that's bigger on both ends.
It's got the
Yeah. Shorter.
that one's identical.
Mm-hmm.
That one's got the 2 things. That one's nice and tall. Let's look at the Mazda kit closer. The part number the book gives is an F series part number. This one replaces the F with a G. I'm guessing it's oh wow! Thank you people for
I love when they do that.
88 years That looks wildly different. Okay, the other one's maybe the backside of the FDR flat. And this is actually exactly what the picture shows. If you look closely at the Mazda one, they're not. They're like, I think the front one's patched through with snow and
I think we give them more spaces for every bolt instead of just 6.
that doesn't look the same as the other one though. This looks different again because they don't have the extra spacer thing on the end.
Well, they might have just made the end the same size. That also could just be like, I don't know. I think they look the same. Besides, like that weird flat. Does the Probe Kit give you more than 6 spaces? The Probe Kit gives you no space.
No spacer. How hard it is to do this on eBay if you don't get to the US. Like, I want to talk to the seller. I can't log into the eBay. Thank you. Not shipped to the US. Alright, can you translate this crazy Good stuff right here. It's 5 a.m. in Berlin. So.
So what, you think you can get a response from 5 a.m.?
Well, maybe in a couple hours. All right, well, I guess we'll call the stream there. Didn't exactly as far as we wanted to, but I'm going to blame the tool and the instructions and not us for this one, because we did exactly what the instructions said.
From multiple books.
In multiple angles. Even tried things the instructions didn't say. So, but I think we'll be back at it possibly tomorrow on, maybe see if this tool works on their other bearings. I don't know yet. We'll see what tomorrow brings. But it is like midnight, so for everybody that stuck around, thank you so much. Thanks for watching. And we hope to see you next time.